in customer table, we can have a name like Ravi, Shiva, Naveen, etc. Right? So those all the data inside that table is called an entity. And the customer table will be called as an entity type. Okay. So like person, if you have person table, customer table, that will be called entity type, and the data inside that will be called as a one entity. Okay. So entity type here you can see like doctors, medical group, hospitals, persons, households. This all will be called as a entity type. But the data inside this entity type will be called as a one entity. Okay. So here we have more theory about that hierarchy manager relationship. So what is relationship? So the affiliation between two specific entities. Okay. So suppose Ravi is a one entity who is having some address. So Ravi is associated with address. Address is also one entity, right? That is just residing in address table. So if two entity will connect through some relations, that will be called as a relationship. Like Ravi belongs to this address. So this belongs to will be called as a relationship. This belongs to is a kind of relationship, which is a kind of affiliating this two entity. Okay. A relationship type. Okay. So the relationship what we have seen above. So for connecting two entities, we will create some relationship table also we will see. So that relationship table will hold the detail about these two entity. And relationship type. So same like entity type, like in entity we saw person is a one entity type, but Ravi is a one entity, right? Same like that, relationship type employ like belongs to or kind of owns or employs, like this Ravi employs to Cognizant. Okay. So this implies whatever term we are giving in between two entity, that will be relationship type. And the data which we will store about this relationship in relationship some table, that is party relationship or whatever, that will be called as a relationship. Hierarchy set of relation. Hierarchy means a set of relationship types. Okay. So here whatever relationship types we have, so like customer hierarchy, product hierarchy. So suppose if you are defining customer hierarchy, where you are means describing the customer which is belonging to which organization, which address, which geography. So this part will be called as a hierarchy. So we can create hierarchy for customer, for product, for organization, for household. So this all we can create hierarchy separately. We will see that in practical class. So these all are the examples of hierarchy manager. So if you guys will have a time, you can go through that. I will share this document. And here we are going, our practical, we are going to implement this kind of example. So basically here we will have a customer entity type and address entity type. So we will have basically two entity type, customer and address, and we will have one relationship. So relationship type this table we will create, which will hold the relationship between these two. Okay. So we will see, first we will try to create customer table, base subject table, then address based subject table, then we will create this the relationship table, and then we will see what are the different steps we need to follow for implementing the hierarchy. So I have already listed those all the steps in document. We will follow the document and we will plan accordingly. Okay. So here we have to remember two things. Here we have hierarchy manager and here we have hierarchies, these two things. Okay. So this hierarchy within the model will help for doing the kind of development part. Okay. Development means we can do all the modeling, all the configuration setup for the hierarchy from here, from model hierarchies. Okay. And if you want to see the front end of that hierarchy, same like data manager. In data manager, you can see the data, you can play with the data, right? So same like that, if your hierarchy setup will complete, then we will see here that once we will click here, then here we will get some graphical user interface in a nicer way, like same like data manager. Okay. So now it's showing blank. Once we will implement it, it will show complete graphical user interface. And we can see the relationship hierarchy. We can define the relationship and all. So once this setup will be done, then we will come here. Okay. So for doing all the setup, we are going to stay here only in this section. Okay. So after clicking this, so first let's do one thing. Let's come to the